Welcome to USA History. In the heart of eastern Kentucky, surrounded by the rugged Appalachian Mountains, lies Harlan County, a place that became the epicenter of one of the fiercest labor battles in U.S. history. This was the Harlan County War, a conflict that exposed the brutal realities of America's coal industry and the fight for workers' rights. In the early 1930s, life for coal miners was harsh and unforgiving. They worked 12-hour days in dark, suffocating tunnels for meager pay. Most miners didn't even receive cash. They were paid in company scrip, a kind of fake money that could only be spent at company-owned stores. The coal companies controlled not only the mines, but the towns, the homes, and the people. When the United Mine Workers of America, UMWA, tried to organize the miners, the companies struck back hard. Union leaders were blacklisted, threatened, and sometimes killed. Sheriffs, often on the payroll of coal operators, used their power to crush any sign of rebellion. By 1931, the tension exploded into violence. Strikes spread across Harlan County, and miners armed themselves with rifles to defend their rights. Company guards, known as gun thugs, responded in kind. Entire communities became war zones. Houses were shot into, families fled into the hills, and the sound of gunfire echoed through the mountains. The local sheriff, J.H. Blair, gained infamy for his brutal tactics against the miners. But even in the face of intimidation and bloodshed, the workers refused to surrender. Their struggle drew national attention. Journalists, politicians, and even church leaders began to question what was happening in Harlan. One of the most powerful moments came when women stepped into the fight. The wives and mothers of miners formed human shields during marches, delivered food to the picket lines, and demanded justice when the men were jailed or beaten. Their courage transformed the movement from a strike into a moral crusade. The violence continued for years. It wasn't just one war, it was a series of battles that spanned decades, resurfacing in the 1970s during another wave of labor unrest. The story was immortalized in the 1976 documentary Harlan County, USA, which won an Academy Award and gave voice to the people who lived through the struggle. But beyond the bullets and the blood, the Harlan County War represented something bigger, a test of America's conscience. It forced the nation to confront the cost of progress and the exploitation hidden beneath its industrial success. For the miners of Kentucky, it was never just about money. It was about standing up to a system that saw them as expendable. It was about proving that ordinary people could fight back and, even in defeat, change the course of history. The legacy of Harlan County lives on in every fight for fair wages, safe conditions, and workers' rights. It's a story of pain, perseverance, and power, a reminder that the American dream was often built by those who were willing to risk everything just to be treated as human. So when we remember the coal dust, the picket lines, and the mountain echoes of gunfire, we remember not just a war in Kentucky, but a battle for the soul of America itself. History. And if you enjoyed learning about these forgotten heroes, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible stories from U.S. history.